Servus Männer, it's Red Pill Germany again. Today I want to talk about the current state of affairs in the wonderful country of Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, the former Soviet Republic. At the moment, or as of now, it is, I think, a presidential parliamentary democracy. And there has been some unrest in the past in this country, and right now there is some unrest again. And I don't know too much about the specifics or about the background. I read several articles now in international and German news, and I want to do the best I can to sum it up or to give you guys that information. I think it is interesting. I'm not going to say, of course, that it is any standard for the West or for a particular country for what might be happening or not happening there next year. I don't know. But at the moment in Kyrgyzstan there is some unrest, and there recently was a parliamentary election there. And initially the committee said that everything was fair and square. But now there were some rumors, some suspicions about electoral fraud in Kyrgyzstan. And actually the committee now declared the result of the election unlawful because they found some forgery there. And it is also very interesting, I think, that they also have a White House in Kyrgyzstan. And I think it's not the same as the White House in the US. I think it is home of the parliament and the president or something. But yeah, they have a White House there. And that was also stormed by protesters. And the former president of the country was detained there by some domestic security organization, let's call him that way. And he was rescued by his supporters who, as I said, I mean, they stormed not only the White House but also the buildings, the facilities of this security force where the former president was detained. And they rescued him, and let's see what happens then. Yeah? So quite interesting. I read also that the people there are, they are not too thrilled about the way that the country is dealing with the current pandemic, but I don't know what they want to have more of actually. Do they want more lockdowns? Do they want more restrictions? Or do they want their country to remain open? That is information I couldn't find as of now or as of yet. So if anybody from Kyrgyzstan is watching this, maybe you can help me and shed some more light on this issue. I just read that people are unhappy with the way, or first of all, the economic situation is bad in the country, and people aren't happy about how the government is dealing with the pandemic. So we have then these protests. And yeah, they said they didn't have any weapons, so they were unarmed. But I read that one person died, and lots of people, hundreds of people, were injured during those during the storming of this building, and also during the general unrest there. And what I also find interesting about this story, so many parallels, right? This former president, he was under arrest because of corruption charges. So, of course, nobody wants corrupt politicians. Corrupt politicians should go to jail. But there is a pattern in these unstable, quote-unquote, republics or democracies. I don't know. It's always like when you lose power, you go to jail. It's almost like when The Prince was written, in German, Der Fürst, yeah, from Niccolo Machiavelli. That was a guide to survival, because when you lose power as a prince, as a ruler in those Italian states, that's where he was living, right, in northern Italy, then you didn't just lose your life. Sorry, you didn't just lose power. Yeah, I took it too. Yeah, I was too fast. You normally also lost your life. Okay, and this was not only a guide to maintaining power or control over a territory, it was also a survival guide for a prince. And in these countries now, you don't lose your life, but you go to jail. And this pattern has some, yeah, it looks weird from the outside. So whenever power changes, the old president goes to jail, almost automatically it seems in certain countries. And that, sorry, some noise here. And that of course is weird. It almost looks like those who have the political power, they jail their opponents. That's kind of the first thing they do when they take over office. The opposition or the party that was in charge previously, they go to jail, right? And when this becomes something like an automatic process almost, yeah, that's not a good thing, of course. And in the West, sometimes you can see the opposite. Yeah, you see like Trump said that Hillary belongs in jail, right? He hasn't done anything about that, it seems. Also in Europe, I think many politicians have done things for what like normal people or politicians of weaker, less connected, well-connected parties, they would have gone to jail. And these guys are just always, yeah, how should I say that? They don't have to go to jail ever, it seems. They have like a get out of jail free pass, or maybe 5 or 10 of those, and it never happens. But, well, I also don't know, again, I don't know a lot about it because there is not much news about the country, if that guy is in jail for an actual offense, or if it's kind of a constructed bogus charge or something. I don't know. I just found it interesting, you know, these parallels. They have a White House, the demonstrators stormed it, and they also they rescued the detained, the jailed former president from custody. Yeah, so kind of interesting. So I will be following up on that maybe. I don't know if I'll make a video about it, but I will keep on looking for news about the country and if there are going to be new elections now in Kyrgyzstan. So long, Servus, Kameraden.